We're doing Genesis Chapter 1. I really like Genesis Chapter 1, not only because it's the starting of the Bible, but I feel like excuse me, I'm not at the best talking today. I feel like when you read the talk or the start of the Bible, it's just pure poetry, and I really enjoy that. So I'm gonna flip to my Genesis. Oh, Genesis is, it's too far. All right. So going over the creation of the world, it's one of my favorites. So, oh, this is gonna be a long chapter. I'm gonna go grab a drink real quick because I know that my throat's gonna get thirsty. I will be right back. This is a big chapter. All right, give me a second. Easy, bud. Alright, I'm back. I got my little Greek mythology water bottle. You guys have a favorite Greek myth? My favorite is the Minotaur. It's my favorite Greek myth. Or, oh my gosh, I got a spider. Oh my gosh, that was scary. That scared the crap out of me. Holy crap. That's my favorite Greek myth. Or maybe I could go for Icaros. Icaros is a pretty good myth. Alright. Alright, let's go. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. The earth was without form and void, and darkness was over the face of the deep. The Spirit of God was hovering over the face of the waters. And God said, "Let there be light." And there was light. And God saw that the light was good. And God separated the light from the darkness, and called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And there was evening, and there was morning, the first day. God said, "Let there be expansion in the midst of the water, and let it separate the waters from the waters. And God made the expansion and separated the waters that were under the expansion from the water." Did I just read that over again? No. Sorry, excuse me. That were under the expansions from the waters that were above the expansion. And it was so. God called the expansion heaven. And there was evening, and there was morning, the second day. And God said, "Let the waters under the heavens be gathered together into one place, and let the dry land appear." And it was so. God called the dry land earth, and the water that were gathered together he called seas. And God saw that it was good. Trees bearing fruit in which is their seed, each according to its kind on the earth. And it was so. The earth brought forth vegetation, plants yielding seeds according to their own kinds, trees bearing fruit in which their seeds, each according to their own kind. According to its own kind. And God saw that it was good. And there was evening, and then there was morning, the third day. And God said, "Let there be light in the expansion of heaven to separate the day from the nights. And let them be the signs and for seasons." Excuse me. "And for the days and years, and let them be lights, an expansion of heaven to give light upon the earth. And it was so. And God made the two great lights, the great light to rule the day, and the lesser light to rule the night. And the stars, God set them in the expansion of heaven and to give light on earth, to rule over the day, over the night, and to the separation of light from the darkness. And God saw that it was good, and there was evening, and there was morning, the fourth day. So we're on the fourth day. God said, let the waters let the waters swarm with swarms of living creatures, and let the birds fly above the earth across the expansion of heaven. So God created the great sea creatures, and every living creature that moves, with which the water swarms according to its kind, every winged bird according to its kind. And God saw that it was good. God blessed them, saying, be fruitful and multiply, fill the water in the seas, and let the birds multiply on earth. And there was evening, and there was morning, the fifth day. God said, let the earth bring forth living creatures according to their kind, livestock and creeping things and beasts of the earth according to their kinds. And it was so. God made the beasts of the earth according to their kind, and the livestock according to their kind, and everything that creeps on the ground according to its kind. And God saw that it was good. God said, let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have domain over fish of the sea, and over the birds of the heaven, and over the livestock, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creeps on the earth. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God, he created him. Male and female, he created them. God blessed them, and God said to them, be fruitful and multiply, and fill the earth, and subdue it, and have domain over the fish of the sea, and over the birds of the heaven, and every living creature that moves on the earth. And God said, behold, I have given you every plant yielding seeds that is on the face of the earth, and every tree with seeds in it fruit, you shall have them for food. And to every beast of the earth, to every bird of the heavens, and to every creeps on the earth, everything that has breath of life, I have given every green plant for you for food. And it was so. God saw everything that he had made, and behold, it was very good. And there was evening, and there was morning, the sixth day. I really like Genesis chapter 1, because it is just pure poetry. It felt like when God was talking to whoever was helping him, because God's the author of the Bible. People just wrote it. God's the author. We as humans wrote it. It was just pure poetry that he was having them write. Like pure on poetry. Like a poetry slam. And that's what I really like about chapter 1 of Genesis, is that it's just pure on poetry. I think I might read some more of Genesis during this Lent season. There's a lot of fasting in the Old Testament. A lot of it. So I might go over some more of Genesis. So if you guys want that, be sure to comment on something. You don't like it? Sorry, I got all this stuff popping up. If you have something that you recommend, tell me. I'd love to hear your recommendations. I had a thought and I'm losing my thought. I always seem to do that. Well, I'll probably remember as soon as I get off the stream. Well, I usually read it back over, but that's a lot to read over, so I'm not going to read over chapter 1. So tomorrow I'm going to be doing John chapter 4, verses 5 through 42. I'm dyslexic, so I might be reading that wrong. I'm sure I wrote it down somewhere. I'll check my notes. Yeah, I did. I wrote it down in my notes. Well, I hope you enjoy. I'm trying to remember what I was going to say, but I've just purely forgotten. Well, I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you have any recommendations or a verse you'd like me to go over, please tell me. I would love to hear your thoughts and what verses you'd like to hear. As always, Cherry and God bless. Something I'm going to start asking, favorite Greek creature or god? I'm going to end it with that. If you have a favorite one, tell me. As always, if you miss any of my streams, they're always uploaded to my YouTube. So, don't worry. You can't ever miss them. I got your back, as always. So share, my dear friends. God bless. And if you guys are going through Lent, I'm praying for you guys. You guys can make it through this season. All right, share, my dear friends, and God bless.